Alright, here's a little video to give you some tuning help. These tips in this video will help you if you're using either a tuner or a tuner app. You'll see me with pictures using a tuner that clips onto the guitar, but the process is the same no matter what your type of tuner you're using or if you're using a tuner app on your device. The most important thing to remember whether you are using a tuner or an app is that the letter displayed must match the letter of the string you are tuning. For example, you must make sure that each one of those strings match one of those letters on the tuner. So here's our first example. Say we're going to tune our first string. This is going to be a perfectly tuned example. So what that means is if I go to tune my first string, I turn on my tuner, I play the first string, I see this here, I need the tuner to show an E. Well, I can see that an E and the tuner is straight up and down in the blue, and that means I'm done. I don't have to do anything. Hooray! More than likely your string is going to be a little bit off. So here's an example where the string might be a little bit low. Once again, in this example, I'm still trying to tune the first string. When I test it using the tuner, it is still showing E, but not in tune. You can see I'm on the left there with some red. So that means that my string is a little bit low. I try to remember that left means low. So if I have those lines on the left, those red lines, that means my string is a little bit low. So I'd need to turn the tuner key clockwise until I reached the vertical blue like the previous slide. Okay, let's try another example where the string is a little high. So let's go back to the first string. And when I test it using the tuner, it's showing E, but I have now some yellow or to the right, meaning it's a little bit too high. So my string needs to be turned down, so I come down to the E and I do not see any yellow in this case. Alright, the next one, example 4, the wrong note altogether. This will generally happen if you have extreme changes in temperature for the guitar, somebody gets a hold of the guitar and decides to tune it themselves, or maybe new strings. But this is the easiest one for students to go wrong with because the tuner doesn't know what string you're trying to tune generally. It only knows the closest note that it hears. So if the string you're trying to tune is really far off, the wrong letter could appear on the tuner. So in this case, if I'm trying to tune the first string, this is showing me that I have a perfectly tuned F note, but from our previous slides we know that that is not correct for the first string. So I could go ahead and tune my first string to an F and the tuner will say, hey, that's in tune, but it needs to be the E note, not the F note. To fix this, we need to know where the note the tuner is displaying in relation to what I need it to display. In this case, we see F, but we need E. So we see the F, but I need it to be the E. So first, let's take a look at what I call the musical alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These are the only letters that are used in music. Now let's label the guitar strings to match these. So there's our fifth string, second string, fourth, first and sixth, and our third string. If you see the sharp after a tuner, it just means that this is between two letters, so F sharp just means it's between F and G. I know that found out recently that some tuners will show a flat, same instance. If you see the flat, it just means it's between two letters. Alright, so let's take a look at how this relates to tuning. So from our previous example, I'm trying to get an E. But my tuner shows an F. Because the note that I have on the tuner is to the right of the note I want, I would need to lower the string until I get an E note. Let's try another one. The note I still want is E. I'm trying to tune my first string, so I want an E. But on the tuner, I get a D note. Because the note D that I have on the tuner is to the left of the note I want, I would raise the string until I get an E. The last thing to remember is with this musical alphabet, loops or starts over. So if I'm going to a G to an A, I don't lower the string all the way to A. I just slightly raise the G to the A. The same is reverse. If I'm on an A and I need a G, I just need to slightly lower A to G. And this process would be the same for all other strings. I hope this helps. It's not really as hard as it seems, it just takes practice.